Yeah. Oh,
All
hello.
right, let's go ahead.
Welcome. There. Welcome.
I'm Tish,
I'm Lily.
and together we are
Haunted
Haunted
Housewives.
Housewives. And we are here tonight to kick off our
10th
10th season.
season.
We didn't even practice
No,
that.
we didn't.
Our 10th season of
Yes.
visiting and reviewing haunted houses. And we decided that we wanted to do something a little bit different to start the season. So we are starting with an interview that is part origin story, part analysis, part
Why?
who knows what. Um, and to that end, we have asked our friend Joe, who is, among other things, a very practiced public speaker, um, a game master for games in the Midwest and throughout the US, and um, just a general all-around good guy who has pointed us towards some very interesting haunts to ask us some questions. Some of them that he came up with, some of them that we came up with, and some that you came up with. So here, September 2025, at the start of
Yeah.
our 10th
10th
season
season.
as Haunted Housewives, our special event interview about the hows, whys, and whats of
Mhm.
Haunted Housewives.
All right. Well, let's dive into it with a question from your fan base, which is why Tish and Lily? How do you pick the names?
Well, I don't know. We pick spooky names.
When we started out, we wanted to be anonymous.
That's true. We both had jobs where we weren't sure how they were going to react to us doing something like this.
I was teaching the university,
I worked for the local hospital system.
and we thought that it would be useful to have some kind of pseudonym
Yeah.
to cover us.
Hmm.
Um, so going back to our childhoods, we looked at the Munsters and the Addams family and decided that we would be Tish and
That
Lily.
worked.
It fit.
Hmm.
What we really didn't plan on was that we really aren't anonymous. We are
Yes, we're noticed.
we're really
Yeah.
bad at blending in.
Yeah.
Um, so despite the fake names, people figured out who we were pretty quickly. But Tish and Lily were kind of tributes to the shows that
Mhm.
we watched and loved
True.
when we were
Hmm.
kids, and to these weird, fun female
Hmm.
characters who love
All
creepy.
right. Doesn't hurt, Tish, that your husband is kind of a Gomez.
He is very much a Gomez.
Yeah.
Very much.
So, so moving on. Clearly, you've had an interest in horror and in TV shows like that for a long time. What got you started with haunted houses?
I mean, I feel like so we
Pretty.
both visited haunted houses when we were young and we loved them. We had a great time. But I think there's a point where you think, oh, like that must be it. Like it's for children, it's for young people. Um, but then we met each other. Our children did theater together, and so we met through that, and we did other things together. We walked and we did
We
Zumba
did.
classes, and
We just
we
we
talked about yeah,
we hiked.
we did, and we talked about everything and the things we enjoy. And whenever fall would come around, we thought, oh, we love haunted houses and we love spooky stuff, and it was very much she was the driving force of we should go again. We should do it.
The what happened was our kids were both very interested in haunted houses, and they had done some research,
Yep.
but they didn't trust the walkthrough videos.
Mm.
They wanted somebody to tell them
Mhm.
what it would be like really
Yeah.
to go through.
Hmm.
And we had talked about our love of horror novels and horror movies. And one day when we were hiking or walking together, I said to her, "You like haunted houses, right? Would you be willing to
Yeah.
go to a haunted house so we could tell our kids what it's like?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
that,
it started there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
How many have you been to now?
Oh my gosh.
I know we've written over 200 reviews, but that's like new haunts. So I don't
Mhm.
know how many we've been to altogether. Not
We
sure.
we visited haunted attractions, primarily Western Pennsylvania,
Yes.
um, Ohio, throughout Ohio, honestly.
There's a lot in
The
Ohio.
Ohio, I think, is
The state's just haunted. All right, I grew up
Right,
there.
the whole
it
thing.
is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. There's a reason that lots of horror movies are set in Ohio. Rocky Horror Picture Show is set in Ohio. Um, but I think Ohio has either the most haunted houses or the second most haunted houses in the United States. So we do Western Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, which even without haunted attractions is a vibe.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
we've done Michigan, as you know,
also haunted.
Mhm.
um, also super creepy. Have we done anywhere else? Those are the primary
The
areas,
primary, yeah. Hmm.
sort of Appalachia, Mid-Atlantic,
Hmm.
Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you're not heading to the east.
Yeah.
Interesting. Um, what's your background in horror going into this? Just that you kind of like the stuff or anything beyond that?
Part of it is that we really like this stuff.
Hmm.
Our
Yeah.
reviews come out of the fact that we are fans. We love
Hmm.
this.
Yeah.
We love haunted houses. We love horror movies. We love horror novels.
Hmm.
We both read Stephen King and Flowers in the Attic when we were way too young to be reading those
Yes.
things. Um,
But you're okay, right?
Mhm.
no,
Hasn't scarred you
you
in
We
you know us. Why would you say that? No, we are not okay. Um, my background is also I I've taught writing, I've taught literature, and I among the things that I've taught are horror movies and Gothic novels. So I do have a background critically in that. Um, I've also helped to stage and performed in haunted houses.
Mhm.
So I have a little bit of insight from that area as well as, just more broadly horror.
Mhm. Yeah, and we both have children in theater, so
right.
appreciate the stories and the actors and everything that they do, as well as the stories that the haunt runners put together.
And
Like
you've
we
worked in
can
haunted trails too. Like you've actually helped with
I
that.
have, and I've helped with costuming too.
Yeah.
It's we've been kind of immersed in the scene.
So we come at it from slightly different perspectives. Like I
Mhm.
have kind of an actor teacher perspective,
Mhm.
and
Right.
she's more likely to notice um, sets, design, costume, because
Sure.
that's a little bit
Mhm.
more where she comes from.
Because essentially, and you both have some background in theater, what I think a lot of people on the outside of this hobby may not quite get is this is essentially theater.
Mhm. Live and
The
burn.
the people inside the haunt are actors. They're acting on a set
Yeah.
Mhm.
with props, with costumes, with lighting, and even with sound design, right?
Yeah.
And the only fundamental difference on some level is that the audience walks through and
Mhm.
participates,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
I mean, part of this, like I'm
That's why it's so fun.
I'm going back to like um Edgar Allan Poe would talk about how a short stop.
He talked about shortstops.
Hey, go
Poe,
on.
It's
Poe would talk about
American.
how a short story is the ideal form of art because it's really focused on giving a singular impression. You are trying to do one thing, and a haunted house is trying to do one thing. It's trying to scare you. And
Yeah,
you often have, in many of the places we've been, you have people who are trained in
Hmm.
acting, who
Hmm.
are
yeah.
trained in set design and lighting and costuming, who are all working together to scare the crap out of
Hmm.
whoever is walking through.
Hmm.
But
And
they tell stories along the way,
they
They
do.
do.
They
Hmm.
do.
right? I think, for somebody like me who hasn't had a lot of experience with these, my assumption was what they do is they yell at you, they run up with a chainsaw, that kind of thing, and then they go away. But what's actually going on is there's plot lines.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
And you will get that. You will get the boo scares. You will get
Yeah.
the chainsaws.
Of course, yeah,
But the really good places are going to set you up for those moments of
Hmm.
terror.
Yeah.
They're going to
right.
create
Yeah.
dread.
And
And
most of them have that.
yeah,
Most of them have that. There's something leading up to it. But if you're not paying attention and you don't get it, you can still enjoy the scares.
right. Right.
Yeah.
If
Hmm.
if if all you're looking for is a jump scare, there's plenty of places out there that are
Hmm.
very adept at doing that. But most of the places, if not all of the places we've been to, know how to kind of string you along
Hmm.
and
So they're
build some
building
anticipation.
suspense,
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
and they're using full control of the environment to do it, right? The same skills they
Hmm.
would
Yep.
use in theater.
Yep.
Hmm.
And if you plan ahead of time and you look at their website, oftentimes there's a story to read before you even go, so you kind of know what's going on.
Hmm. Like, I don't know how many horror movies you've watched over the last few years, but if you're interested in sort of the A24 or neon horror movies, often they'll have websites set up with backstory. If you
True.
go to see
Oh,
something
wow.
like Long Legs, you're going to get photographs and newspaper clippings.
Hmm.
There was backstory for Bring Her Back this
Yes.
summer.
So there's like exposition that
Um,
there wouldn't be room for in the movie.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, a lot of haunts will do that as well.
Hmm.
We've been to a number of attractions that they'll tell this amazing story on their website
Yeah.
that will make your
Yeah.
experience so much richer
Yes.
when you go there
It's
and you
it's
see the things.
multi-layered, but you
Yeah.
might not realize it because when you get there, it's not like they hand you a program and you can read through
Right.
it before you go in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Mhm.
So they they're building micro worlds, or at least small environments
Yes.
for you to go through in a lot more detail. And being that kind of a nerd, I kind of want to talk about alternate reality gaming or even role playing in LARPs, but let's
Yes.
not. Let me ask a different question. What kind of worlds are they building? Because again, an outsider to this scene knows about big Victorian houses and skeletons and vampires and castles. I mean, vampires didn't live in castles because they were vampires, right? Dracula did because he was a count. I mean, he was a noble before he
Right.
died.
Let's
Whatnot.
not engage in any
But
classist
let's
microaggression.
absolutely no. We're not going to
Unless it
do.
was
We're
a
not going to do
prince.
a We're going to stay away from doing a social class based critique of haunted houses,
Next time.
though
This
though there probably is some stuff, and and maybe later. But let's talk about the kinds of worlds that people build. What are the more common? What are some you think are really cool?
worlds? Why?
The world's have
The
what?
Well,
world?
settings, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I totally get the settings. Yeah, they it's just she was looking at me and it put
I
me.
mean, I
I
was
felt like what?
giving you an opportunity to respond. Um,
I
Well, like a lunatic asylum, which is totally
Lunatic
not the way we
asylums,
say that
So,
anymore.
I
yeah,
mean, often they build the worlds based on the setting.
right. Or the story. Like,
Right.
depending on if they start with a story, they're going to
Hmm.
build their setting around what their
Hmm.
story is. But
Yeah,
if they start with a particular setting, they might come up with a story based on it.
right.
Like, there's a lot of schoolhouses.
The haunted schoolhouses,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing haunted
Yep.
schoolhouses with rich backstory. Um, Haunted asylums,
Hmm.
um, haunted hospitals. We have been to haunted Old West villages,
Yes.
which were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, I mean, you're in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Michigan, and
yeah.
West Virginia, so that wasn't because they found an old West village sitting
No,
around unused.
no, no, it was
It'd be a haunted
because
auto plant if you.
no, no, it's
That
because
empty auto plant should
somebody
be one.
had that would be a great idea. Yeah. No, but being where we are, we're based in the Rust Belt.
Mhm.
There are places that have haunted factories
Mhm.
and a few places that do very successful kind of industrial horror.
Oh yeah.
What happens when you
Hmm.
have a manufacturing plant where things go wrong,
Hmm.
as they
Yeah.
will?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why OSHA exists, actually.
um,
Not safe for
OSHA
work
jokes and
wasn't
some of them.
originally.
there are. So
Religious.
you'll see
A
haunted
lot of
haunted
it.
churches,
Yeah.
a lot of religious horror around
Hmm.
here. There was a wonderful, relatively new haunted attraction in our area that was based in an old Catholic school where the first room was this ghostly Mother Superior who was
Hmm.
condemning us to hell for our bad behavior. It was absolutely wonderful. We went, there was a haunted
She knew you
storage
then.
unit.
Yeah.
Haunted storage unit because
Because the
Haunted
thing can
storage
be,
unit.
yeah,
yeah,
possessed. Possessed old items. Yeah.
here's a storage
It's
unit.
sort of like that movie, The Room. I don't
Hmm.
know if you've seen that where all the items have special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, Really like the settings are sort of they're limited only by the imagination of the
Hmm.
people working on them.
Hmm.
What's one you haven't seen but you'd like to see?
Oh, oh gosh. We had a friend who like suggested to us that a haunted lighthouse would be,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
wouldn't that be cool? Um,
Horrifying, but first you have to find a lighthouse where they'll let you do that.
right,
Right.
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 Or you build a set that looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, so like a problem that I thought would be like something I thought would be a problem as an adult that never ended up being a problem was
Quicksand.
quicksand. And yeah, I was thinking like that when I don't know if they could like find a way to like where you step and you get stuck in it, but that
Mhm.
would be cool, especially like Gen X. We would absolutely be
We would
terrified
know it.
because I really, really thought it was going to be a problem. Like I really was so terrified. I would
Mhm.
have to figure out.
Yeah, I think about
Can
this.
I tell you, when I was 5, I was exploring the construction site by my elementary school, and I lost a shoe under the lunch in the mud. It's gone. I mean, they since built like an auditorium under there and stuff, and I have no idea if they dug up my shoe and wondered if. I mean, I hope they
Relic.
closed the site down and looked for the rest of the kid, just on general principles.
Years from now.
So
Um,
quicksand or something like a lighthouse, which is inherently a really cool and really dangerous
like
environment.
Yeah, I
isolated.
haven't seen it. Yeah.
One thing that I've seen it, I have seen this a couple times, but I'd like to see it more, like a haunted nightclub or haunted speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure.
Hmm.
That is a rich environment to explore
Hmm.
Yeah.
because of the backstory of something like that, as well as just
Oh, yeah.
the atmosphere.
If
Yeah.
you got into prohibition and
Hmm.
I
Mhm.
mean, someone in Detroit ought to pick that stuff up, do the Purple Gang as a theme.
It's right there.
was a big thing. My wife's family literally made alcohol in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Immigrant family, you know,
Uh-huh.
knew how. It was a good income source.
Yeah.
Detroit area, there was with the river to Canada, there was a lot going on there.
I mean,
So,
we've seen some really interesting environments. We've been to a haunted mine, which,
oh,
Uh,
yeah,
gee,
it's a literal mine.
how far down?
yeah,
Hmm.
you have to
There.
wear a hard hat when you
Yeah.
go through it.
Yeah.
Um,
Very cool.
Phenomenal.
Hmm.
We've seen, like Lily was saying, we've seen haunted schools, we've seen haunted churches, um, haunted factories are good.
Hmm.
Um, it would be interesting to see a haunted office for those of us who've been white collar workers. What
Yeah,
would
there's
that
a
look
whole haunted Masonic temple in Detroit in a good year.
like? Oh, that place I would love to see. I would love to go through
Yeah,
that.
I hope they manage to get that back up and
Caves.
running. It's
The caves are
amazing.
creepy.
And
Yeah.
and it also employed a lot of people. I mean, those were paid jobs, the
Oh
costume
yeah.
designers, the actors, everything.
Oh
They
yeah.
had a little train running around in there. Yeah, I won't spoil it because someday I hope we can
Someday
go
it'll
back
be
there.
Someday.
they'll be
So
up.
we've sort of touched upon some of these environments being inherently dangerous. And obviously, when you're doing a haunted house, you're scaring people. You're running around with hopefully not sharp chainsaws and a lot of stuff.
Right.
It, there has to be some thought given to safety.
There is a
Yes.
lot of thought
Hmm.
given to safety.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not familiar with regulations in the surrounding states, but Pennsylvania has pretty strict regulations
Hmm.
on entertainment
Yeah, it's
venues.
under the amusement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same.
Well, they're worried about fire to start with, right? So I
Yeah.
assume
Right.
they've got to have all the
And injury.
exits and
Like just people,
yeah.
a lot of the haunts we go to, the floor is uneven. There's stairs and ramps to go up and down. There's narrow hallways. And I think all of that needs to be inspected to make sure that it's safe and people aren't going to fall and crack their skull.
And they are very stringent about that because
Hmm.
the paradox of going to a haunted attraction is you want the illusion of danger
Right.
without the reality of it. You
Yeah.
want to make
Yeah.
sure that people are having fun, having a good time, and that they're safe.
Hmm.
Um, so
And if
uh,
they
So
have,
they really are they're inspected, right?
yes,
yep,
yes,
There's like code
amusement law.
officers who
Hmm.
do haunts.
Yep.
They're
very
part of the
strict.
industry. They're people in the industry largely, so they know what to look
Yeah.
Yeah,
for, right?
a lot of the people we know who either own or run haunted attractions are also certified to inspect haunted attractions.
Hmm.
So
Sure.
they they do everything they can to keep things going. A number of the places that we go are actually run by police officers and
Hmm.
firefighters. So,
By
yeah.
the way, those professions are into some pretty rough pranks internally.
Oh, one
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
they love messing with
Yes.
you, but you are not actually in
No.
danger.
Right,
But you feel the
right.
most in danger.
You do.
Remember that time we were at, I was just thinking about the time that like how they have to have protocols in place because that girl couldn't breathe because of the fog. And it was a
Yes.
first time at this particular haunt. They've since changed a lot of things. They still have fog. Everybody has fog. But like she couldn't breathe in the middle of it. And
And
like
they
somebody had to get
stopped.
somebody and they had to come and like rescue her from one of the exits and take her out because she
Yeah.
couldn't breathe.
They stopped the
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
and took her out.
And then we moved
Mhm.
on. And she was fine.
So knowing all that, what are the scariest things you've ever experienced at a haunt?
Yeah, nothing like that.
No, I don't mean necessarily you thought you were going to lose your feet or there
I
was
mean,
an
I
OSHA
have
violation.
run
I
down
mean,
hillsides
what has scared
like
you legitimately?
like Laura Ingalls. And I thought this was the end, but that like those weren't like, yeah.
Uh, I think honestly, for me, one of the scariest experiences was going to a haunted attraction that was new to us, and they had an attraction that was just focused on different kinds of fears. And the first section of it was just darkness and claustrophobia.
Mhm.
So I was going through this very narrow black passageway,
Mhm.
couldn't see her, couldn't see anything around me. And I had that moment where I was thinking, what if
Yeah.
what if this is real?
What are we doing here?
What if
We didn't know this place.
this is brand new to
Yeah.
us? What if these people do not have good
Right.
intentions?
Right.
Um,
That was scary.
and it ended up being a really overall pretty clever exploration of different kinds of fears. Like
Mhm.
the darkness and the claustrophobia were absolutely deliberate. It was to make people
Right.
walking through there very uncomfortable. Um,
And it worked.
and it worked.
Worked.
It worked. It was very unsettling. That was scary. I think a couple of the extreme haunts that we've been
Yeah.
to, especially the first times we've been
Yeah.
there,
Take half a step back. What's an extreme haunt?
there's a couple of definitions.
Yeah.
You handle one, I'll handle the other.
Uh, I don't know. Like, so extreme haunts are usually you have to sign a waiver and they do things that a regular haunt wouldn't. They are either they're gonna touch you, but like you approve of in some way. Like there it's not like
It's not a surprise. It's
yes.
not a
Right. No,
shock.
you're agreeing to it. You
Sometimes
know
it's
it's
a
going to
shock.
happen.
I don't like being
Literally a
shocked, but
shock.
occasionally
Um,
you are shocked in these the lightly. Like obviously you're fine.
right.
Oh,
But
you don't mean a psychological shock. You mean
Well,
bzz,
to
physical.
electricity.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't like those. It's happened a couple times and
so broadly speaking, an extreme haunt is something that kind of violates typical boundaries of a haunted attraction.
mhm.
Okay.
Most people, when we talk about the fact that we go to 30 haunted
Yeah.
houses a year,
Uh-huh.
a season, will say they don't touch you, do they?
Yeah.
Um, an extreme haunt
Yeah.
may touch you,
Yeah.
but an extreme haunt isn't just about like
It's not just about the touch.
it's not just about touch.
Pushing your
It's
boundaries
it's physical
with consent.
and or psychological.
Mhm.
Okay.
And typically, like not typically, if it is a well-run haunt, you know what you're getting into.
Mhm.
Oh,
And you tell your viewers
Mhm.
that
absolutely.
a haunt's extreme and that has
Mhm.
potentially
Absolutely.
these
Mhm.
elements.
We have never been to an extreme haunted attraction that has not had plenty of warnings on the website, plenty of warnings posted.
Yeah.
You
When you
have to
get there, they tell
sign
you.
a
Yeah.
waiver. Somebody will tell you this
Mhm.
is what you can expect.
Mhm.
Right.
And there's a couple places we've been. One of them I would characterize as primarily psychological. The
Mhm.
other I would say was primarily physical. The primarily physical one would make you do stuff that was physically uncomfortable.
Right.
Like they would, splash you with water. They
Oh yeah. Love that.
would, I mean, we rolled around in
We
mud.
rolled around in mud. We
Uh,
crawled on rocks.
we crawled through gravel.
Yeah.
It was, physically grueling. The one that was more psychological was more about testing your boundaries. Like we went through this attraction together and they separated us.
Mhm.
And one of the characters kind of took me aside and said, so what's the worst thing she's ever done to you?
Mhm.
What do you really not like about her?
Mhm. Yeah. And then they use it against us.
Yeah.
Then there, yeah, I was wondering.
Mhm.
Then they can use it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So an extreme haunt will it will go in a typical haunted attraction, you'll walk through and you'll see things, you'll hear things,
Smell
you'll
things.
smell things.
Feel.
Um, in an extreme haunt, you'll see things, you'll hear things, you'll smell things, you may taste things,
Hmm.
you may be asked to participate in things, you'll become
Yes.
part of the
Right.
scene.
Yes.
So I think that, broadly speaking,
Hmm.
is the difference
Hmm.
between
So
like a
what's the most disgusting thing you've had to deal with on a haunt? I don't think it's the mud. I think you would just do that.
No, yeah, you
yeah,
know what? It's not the mud. It's not the physical things. I feel like we're not, other than like tasting and like the cat food. Like I really wouldn't put that. It's disgusting. I feel like one of the very first things we had to do in this psychological, right after, so we were waiting to go into our very first extreme haunt, and the couple that went ahead of us, they didn't know what they were getting into. We now know.
they thought it was a typical haunted house.
Yeah, they
Bad
they
idea.
they said the safe word within minutes of going in, and they walked out and they were like, what the hell was that?
There's some weird stuff in there. Don't do
Yeah.
this.
So as they're walking off, they're saying these things to us, and then the actor who's working the crowd's like, okay, you guys are next, go ahead. And we were like, oh my gosh, why did that happen right in front of us? But the
Couldn't
very
have asked for a better advertisement on
right,
some
Right.
level.
right.
We
Set
were
you up.
terrible.
In hindsight, that was
It
great.
was great.
In the moment, we almost died just right there before we
Yeah.
went in. But the very first scene, like they tell you, they used to tell you, we could say this now because it's all gone. Go down the stairs and make a left. It's like
So
down 6 steps and make a left. It smelled like boar urine. We now know they use that.
it,
And
it was
Yeah,
mold.
you can just buy lynx
Yes.
piss for your
yes.
garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
So like, yeah.
rank and
So
nasty and
you're
it
going down, you
stunk and it was dark.
and it smelled and it stunk, and you go down and you have to sit like this guy, this
We had to
greasy,
we had to sit on the
smelly
couch.
dude. But he had
Came
to sit on his lap.
he came running out of the dark
Yes,
and then had us sit on his lap.
on this nasty ass couch down there, and was sniffing
So
all.
it's like a college party.
Yes, and
Yes.
he was like he was sniffing us and rubbing his beard, and we were like, we didn't know what to do. It's our first room. And so we were very much like, okay, we got to get through this. This is the first room. It can only last like 2 to 3 minutes. We got other rooms. Like we had
I
to
thought
talk ourselves through each
I
room.
thought our friendship was over. I thought we were done.
I think it was gonna be
this
like
is it.
the next room. But like, yeah, that room was like, oh,
And
I,
they
but it was
made
just
this
kind of,
actor as
yeah,
greasy and
he
nasty and
was
unappealing
really
as
good.
possible.
Yeah.
And he was in this,
Oh
tight
yeah, the
tucked shirt, and he
nasty.
had his
Oh
armpit up
yes.
over his head. It was like running.
Probably dabbed a little boar urine in there.
It was
We were like frozen,
it
like
was so
happening.
repulsive.
But it just like makes you, I don't know, it makes you think like, so we endured what, like 12 more rooms in a similar kind of fashion, but different. And at the end of it, it took us like weeks to process everything that happens. But like it was just we ended up having a really good time.
Yeah.
You know,
Would you do it
do it
again?
again. But,
Um,
going in, you don't know.
but we were talking about
Things are
this.
dangerous.
We've eaten Tootsie Rolls out of a dude's underwear. I mean,
Yep.
Um,
Sounds like a flight initiation, honestly.
it kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
was. Went to
Were
some
they
other
wrapped?
ones. That was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. We spanked.
But
We've eaten all kinds of
we've
things.
eaten all sorts of
We've
bugs.
had things rubbed on us, all kinds of
We've eaten
things.
cat food. We've eaten grass. You know, it, we've
Mhm.
we've had some gross stuff happen, but nothing like genuinely dangerous,
Right.
but a lot of
Yeah.
icky
Like
stuff.
So I'm curious, has all of this experience, because you've gone to like 300 of these, has it desensitized you to stuff that would bother a normal person, or has it made anything worse? I mean, which way did it work? Are you
I
tougher now?
definitely I'm definitely more jumpy. Um, I started out not so jumpy. I don't know exactly what happened or when it happened. I think part of the thing was I know what can happen. And they can jump out of anywhere. And
Yeah.
the chainsaw, I don't know what it is about the chainsaws, but that my fear of them is 10 times worse. Um,
Had you encountered them much before haunted houses? I mean,
no, no.
okay.
Now she'll jump
So
at a
now it's like
leaf
my,
blower.
I know,
We're walking down
sounds
the
like a
street and
chainsaw. I'm like,
somebody's like, oh,
Do you find yourself in the real world assessing, hey, somebody could jump out from there?
I don't
yes.
assess it. I just scream and
I
run.
mean, more than normal,
Feel
right?
dumb. Yeah.
I think I've sort of gone the other way. I feel like I'm very desensitized and I will say things without thinking about how they sound. Um, I'll start talking about experiences that we've had, and I will realize that people around us are just, what? Their jaws are dropping, their eyes are getting really
You're
big.
like,
And
oh,
and I
okay.
feel like I need to have some sort of subtitle with a disclaimer saying
Yeah.
this is the problem.
It was all safe, really.
It was
Um, any especially memorable experiences that you want to share?
There are a lot of memorable experiences that we've had. Honestly, like looking back, that we're going to talk about Naked Sweaty Boy.
Sweaty naked boy is our favorite story
With a
because
title like that, you kind of have to now.
sweaty naked boy.
Yeah. So the haunt that we're going to soon, they have a maze outdoors that and they usually open in September and it's still really hot. But it was dark and I couldn't see. I was running from chainsaws. Somebody was running towards me and I thought it was her and I used her as a shield. So
She
I was
does.
like,
She
yay!
flings me around like
And I grabbed her by her shoulders and it was not her and it was skin and it was sweaty skin. And I was like, and they like tensed up like I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so
because
sorry."
the actors don't love being grabbed, do
no,
No,
they
they?
do
no,
not.
he told me later, yeah. Many
Dude,
bad things have happened to him.
the
He
actress.
was
I am
concerned.
I am yards away from this.
Yeah.
Do let's get a
Also,
proper
he did have a
picture.
chainsaw.
He did have a chance.
So you grabbed a guy with a running
He
chainsaw.
I grabbed him.
a teenage,
She,
half naked guy with a chainsaw. I am none of these things.
No,
I
he's
am
dark.
none of these things. I am
no.
fully clothed, female, old, and I don't have a chainsaw with me. And she grabs onto this guy. I am yards away from her. I have no idea where she's gone because she has run away from me. I hear her scream, and then I hear him scream. And I'm like, what just happened? What did she do to like scare one of the actors?
Do like the
He,
safety marshals start running toward that when they
yeah,
hear one of their own actors scream?
I mean, at some point I will turn around and head back into wherever she is and
Because you'll just
drag
stand
her
there
out.
like, you.
Are you? I mean, I've had people on trails like try to scare me, and I've had to explain only one of us. You get one of us. One of us has to keep going forward. The other one can be scared, but the other one
Is
has
the other one standing around going, wow, good costuming?
yes. Yes. Somebody has to be taking the notes and paying attention
Love how you
Goes
positioned that light. Yeah.
down the hillside. The nun dragged her over.
because you're a target. I don't know what it is. You're a target.
I'm curious. Do either of you have any like semi-pathological fears that come up in this? Not, I mean, the chainsaw one's an acquired caution, and I get that.
I really don't like snakes. I really don't like
Okay.
snakes. And
And
there,
they show up, I'm guessing.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And they show up,
yeah, they
I'm
do.
guessing.
They do. They do. We've had, giant snake heads come out of the wall.
Yeah.
There is a really good haunted
Yeah.
trail about an hour north of Pittsburgh that has a frickin' greenhouse
Mm-hmm.
full of snakes.
Mm-hmm. And they
Oh
like
my
don't
God.
move.
Like actual snakes?
no, not real
Okay.
snakes,
Okay.
but they've got
There's one where like the snake doesn't the snake come down from the ceiling?
there's a
And
snake
another
that
one
comes
or
from a
like
ceiling. There's one that
grabs
comes out
people
from the they're everywhere. They're on the
everywhere.
ground. They're no, no.
She said, nope.
Also, no. Did I
How
mention no?
about you did? Lily, how about you?
Nope. No,
She
no.
lies. She lies
There are
because
way too many places. Okay, so I don't like spiders, and a lot of places do have the spider
Oh
thing.
my God, they must be continual
Oh my
and
God. And they
it's
or at
love
least the
to
webs, right? Because fake
oh,
webs are,
strings down, which I also do not like hair at all. Like I will gag. I've gagged in haunts. I don't know why. I just imagine like phantasm to the eye. It's like hair in the mouth,
oh my God.
and I just like I cannot. And so when they hang the string down, it's spiders on top of like string in the mouth. I don't know. Sometimes
mhm.
I'm gagging.
Yep.
I don't like it at all.
Yep.
That's a whole different
So
tier
haunt owners, if
from
you're paying
chainsaws.
attention, we've got hair, spiders,
We did snake.
chainsaws,
We're gonna,
snakes,
yeah.
snakes.
Chainsaws.
Oh, also, in the interests of full
Oh,
disclosure,
yes.
anything from like J horror ring type
Yes.
stuff. The
In
girl,
here,
just stop what
I
she's
see what
that
she's doing. Yeah.
girl with the hair.
Samara.
So I
There's a lot of
I
creepy
made the
kids.
mistake of
Creepy
going to
kids.
see The Ring the week before Wednesday was born, like literally a week before Wednesday was born. And if you know The Ring, it's about a woman who has a possessed daughter.
Yeah.
And that movie freaked me out so badly. I will see one of those, the girls with the hair and the bare feet.
Said nope.
And in one haunted attraction, I probably took out an antique sofa trying to get away from one of those girls.
So I gotta ask, I know Wednesday. Have you told her this story, I assume?
Oh yeah. Oh,
What did she say?
Wednesday loves this.
Yeah. I bet she started putting her hair over.
I fully expect that, she will do that whole costume some year. That she loves that. Super excited about it. But yeah, I'm still disturbed by that. And yes, I apologize to the haunt whose antique sofa I tripped over and fell headlong across trying to get away from Samara.
You didn't hit a person at least, so
No, I do not.
there's
No,
there's certainly that.
No.
no. They
Um,
tend to stare at us when we fall. It's so fun. They're like, oh no, the old ladies fell. And then they stand there and look at us like, oh, we don't know what to do. We're like, okay, we're okay.
This
Though
was
we've been told multiple times, don't break a
don't
hip.
break a hip.
you're too young to break hips. I mean,
Can't promise anything.
We had a moment, I think it was a couple years ago. I had a moderately severe concussion before haunt season started.
oh right, I remember.
We were not entirely sure if we would be able to do a full haunt season. Um, we went to one of our favorite
like
places,
like
and
the first hunt we went
we
to.
were doing well.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was fine.
a chainsaw actor came after Lily, came running after her,
They
and
can sense fear.
We
yes, and she grabbed she
okay.
grabbed
So
me.
like yes, I mean I wasn't tossing you around. We were on grass on a little hillside. I ran up to the hillside where she was, and it had rained that day. So the grass was all wet. I mean, as soon as I grabbed her, we both went down. I was so scared because I was like, "Oh no, your head!" It was like slow motion. Like I looked over and I could see her falling, and I saw that she like did this so she didn't hit her head. And I was like, "Oh, thank God!"
Really,
And like,
and we're
and
standing
we're just
there,
laying, we're laying there,
and we have some guy who looks like the Babadook and
looking
some guy
over.
with a chainsaw, both standing over us with
Are you
expressions of
okay?
concern on their faces.
And then we started laughing.
And we couldn't get up,
Yeah,
but
no, we needed
this is
help.
typical.
You ever actually get hurt at a haunt?
Hurt, no. Bruises,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We've
Sure.
got bruises and scrapes and on the knees because sometimes in mazes I tend to run. I'm like, oh no, get me out, and I start running. And if it's gravel, sometimes I fall. I've hurt. We both hurt our arms on walls. I don't
Mhm.
even know. I don't know what happens. We get out. We're like, oh damn, what happened?
Scraping arms and
Well,
Bruises.
faces,
that was cool. Yeah.
but nothing that the haunt caused that
No.
we didn't do
Oh,
ourselves.
oh, wait, remember I had
Yeah,
my
fair.
elbow at Terratown when it was here. There was a doctor chasing me with a syringe, and I was running in like Converse on gravel. And I don't know, I just slid and took I'm like, I couldn't move my arm for weeks. I don't know, fine. He didn't catch me till till later when he threw me in the pool, but that was a whole nother. In the cold, it was so cold.
And this is how our
Remember?
conversations go. Yes, it
Yes.
was cold.
Sorry, we're all running.
I'm curious. Do you ever do more than one in a day?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
If you are going to be a reviewer, if you're seriously going to have like a standard for comparison,
Hmm.
typically you need to do at least two.
Hmm.
Um, Two's pretty
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah, we typically
They're
do like 4 a weekend, 2 each
they're
night.
Aren't these things mostly, they're all at night or not all?
Yeah.
Most of them are at
Yeah.
night. You'll get the
Okay.
occasional special event that's during the day, but
So you got to pack it in. You figure out a
Gotta
couple
pack it
days.
in and we gotta get VIP. A lot of times they'll offer tickets so that you don't have to wait in a long line because sometimes we just don't have time. It depends. Once you get into October, the haunts start getting really packed and you have to assume you're gonna be in line for a while.
we can tell you which weekends are the best to go and which weekends are the worst. Halloween weekend is typically not bad.
Yeah.
The weekend
Oh,
before
because people are
Halloween
partying.
is terrible.
Hmm.
And 2 weekends before Halloween, also terrible.
Hmm.
So if you're interested in going to a haunted attraction, kids,
Yeah.
September's great. And this year is a little iffy because Halloween's a weekend, but typically
Yeah.
Hmm.
Halloween
Yeah.
weekend is good.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's in your survival packs if you're going to do a couple of these in a night?
Um,
We didn't talk about this question, I
I'm
realize, but
no.
I'm always
like,
bringing water. I need
yeah, I was going
water.
to say water, Pedialyte, Gatorade.
Water, snacks. You have to plan
Oh,
ahead for snacks.
or we can
Um,
look at because a lot of haunts have a
They
truck
have food,
or
right?
something like that where we're like, oh,
yeah,
we're gonna get those like
yeah.
those fries, those loaded fries or something.
Um, you want to plan ahead. You want to figure out, is this the kind of haunt where you're going to get super dirty? Have baby wipes with you.
Yeah,
Have
Oh, for whatever you get all, yeah,
garbage bags
yeah,
to put over the seats in your car
yeah,
just in case. A lot of
not effective.
places for women who go to haunted attractions, a lot of places won't allow you to take a purse in.
yeah. Or any kind of bag,
Sure.
even if it's teeny tiny, like you have to shove whatever you want to bring, put in your pockets.
Hmm.
You can wear a jacket with pockets.
So,
They care what you carry in though, right? So
yeah,
like
A
a
lot of
little
places will not even.
flashlight would be against the rules or a
Right.
yeah,
knife or
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, most places let you take your phone, but if you lose it inside, you have to wait till the end of the night for them to go look for
Yeah,
it.
they're not going to shut everything down so you
Yeah.
can find your phone.
yeah. Do they
Um,
allow photography with the phones?
no,
Yeah.
most places absolutely will not let you photograph inside the haunt. Um,
Right.
Occasionally, if you are a reviewer, you can take pictures or you can take video inside the haunt, but you have to have permission ahead of time.
Yeah.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I know that I was in an escape room once and they're like, you can't have tools.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and I was shocked
for
to read,
very obvious reasons. What's
right,
that?
I was shocked to read that people will go to escape rooms and they will try to like Google the solution instead of working
Yeah.
it out themselves, which
Instead of trying to take everything apart in the room like I do, and then they have to say that light is meant to be there. Leave it alone, lady.
touch all the things.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was an interesting branch there, but let's not go down it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this because this leads into an interesting question. How do you balance the spoilers issue? You do reviews and your reviews aren't terse, and you want to tell people enough about the place without, spoiling it for them. How do you do that?
Um, well, one of the things we do is we talk about we talk about what we've experienced ahead of time. Our reviews essentially go through at least three iterations.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in the car
Hmm.
on the way
Yeah.
home. We'll write down notes. I
Hmm.
typically do a first draft. She'll add notes and edit, and we'll send back and forth.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And we talk about what we want to give away and
Hmm.
what we want to make sure we're preserving for people to enjoy.
Right.
Um, so, for example, if a place is very heavy on jump scares, if there's a lot of, you know, boo panels that'll drop in the walls and something will jump out at you, um, we'll mention that
Mhm.
it's a place that offers a lot of jump scares.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you where they are.
Yeah, no. At the most, we might say in this section, like
Mhm.
there's multiple sections. In this section, there's a little bit more jump scares than other sections, but like we tend to do it in story form
Yeah.
rather than every, this many paces, this thing is happening or
We'll allude to, there
yeah.
are big surprises in some of these
Hmm.
sections,
Hmm.
but we don't want to give it away. We
Hmm.
really try to balance feeling like you're having the experience of being at the haunt
Hmm.
with,
yeah.
just giving everything away.
Hmm.
And that's our approach to
Hmm.
it.
You want them to kind of know if it has a lot of jump
Right.
scares because
Right.
maybe
Or the
that's
type of
something they
scares.
aren't into.
Like
Yeah.
some people don't like possession, or, we try to describe what the different sections are like
Mhm.
in case they like it or don't like it.
Yeah.
They know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Warning chainsaws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or clowns.
Right.
We're fine with
Yeah,
clowns. We don't
yeah,
mind
people
clowns.
get weird about clowns. That's
Some
Many
people
people.
don't like them.
Yes.
so. And your reviews are kind of, I won't say unique, but more unusual within the field because you're not doing a number or a ranking system. You're not trying to rate places.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are you doing? Why is that exactly? What are you attempting to do instead?
Well, I think part of it comes from the fact that we're both theater moms.
Mhm.
We're both familiar with the way that theater reviews are written. Um, and I think that has shaped our approach a lot.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is, I think we both started reading other haunt reviews
Mhm.
for enjoyment.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Like,
I
did you
bet.
like this
Yeah.
place? What about this
yeah,
place?
doesn't that sound
Do
like
you,
fun?
yeah.
And when we started doing this, we approached this deliberately. And our goal was to place people in our position.
Hmm.
What does it feel like to be there?
Hmm.
Sure.
What's the mood?
This is the vibe. This
Yeah.
is what it felt like to us there. This is the overall vibe. This is the vibe in each section.
Yeah.
You know, this seems to be like you could just feel the passion of the
Hmm.
people who put it together
Hmm.
Yeah.
and convey that in some way, and also let people know what's going to happen without giving everything away, and like
right.
Getting a story about our experience seemed to be the best way to do that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked a lot.
And attaching numbers to that is
For
secondary.
us, it just didn't
For you, it's a
work. Yeah.
It didn't
distraction.
work for us. Like there are a number of really there are great review teams out there that have systems of numbers and stars and
Mm-hmm. So
skulls,
yeah,
gravestones, whatever they that
yeah.
works
Hmm.
because I see people going to those reviews and they want to quickly look at something and say, is
Hmm.
this going to be worth my time?
Yeah.
And what we're looking for is somebody who wants to know a little bit more, like wants to immerse
Hmm.
themselves
Yeah.
in the feel of it.
Hmm.
And I mean, when we started doing this, we talked about what would we do
Yeah,
for a review
right.
system? Go
Literally, yeah.
like Gomez used to joke that we would do drops of pee. How much did you pee in this particular haunted attraction? Um, I don't know. This is a five
But the
pee
funny
drop
the
house.
funny thing is it didn't because it could still be scary and be a different type of scare.
Right,
There's
Right.
5 drops of pee
right.
for multiple types of haunts.
And I think that's another thing that happened when we started doing this. Like we started doing this for our kids. We began doing it for ourselves then.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
there was a year where we were on this quest to find the
We were,
scariest
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
What's the scariest place?
yeah,
What's going to keep us awake at night?
yeah.
And I think it was probably the second or third year that we were writing these reviews that we realized that a place could be amazing, good, entertaining
Yeah.
without being
Well,
the
we were
scariest.
limiting ourselves
Yeah.
and we
Sure.
were having a hard time finding something the scariest. So the following year, we said, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go to as many
Yeah.
haunts as we can find. I don't care if they're just a hayride and they're advertised towards kids. We're going to go to all of it. And that's when we realized, that's when it like all came to us. Like these are all different places. We had a great time
Hmm.
and the scares were different, but it didn't
Yeah.
make them less or more scary just because they were different.
We had people staging entire sort of comedy shows
Hmm.
on a hay wagon. And
Yeah.
it was
Hilarious.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
hilarious, not necessarily terrifying, but
No.
was it fun and entertaining and
Right.
great? Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And a narrative review captures that better, I guess, at least for you and your style, than trying to quantify something
Right. For
that's
us,
Yeah,
yeah, it just
qualitative.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
worked at all.
yeah.
So what would you want everyone to know before going to a haunted house? And answer this if you would for beginners and then the more experienced people who are part of the community.
I would say go into it with an open mind and the idea of you're going out to have a good time. Definitely research if you know that you don't like certain things or you like other things. Do a little bit of research, look on the website, read our reviews, and that will give you like an idea of what's going to be there. And once you do all that, say, I'm going to go have a good time tonight. And don't look for the thing, look for the perfect thing that's going to happen tonight to make it the best night ever. Just go say, I'm going to have a great time regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
You have to just kind of, let it go and let yourself be immersed in whatever haunt that you've decided to go to. And especially if you're going towards closer to Halloween, later in October, it's going to be really busy. You're going to wait hours in line. You can choose not to for a lot of haunts, but you're going to pay more. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
very popular. Um, and you might run into the people in front of you. Slow down, wait. That is literally, they tell you that every time. You can actually stop and wait till they move ahead so that you can experience the next rooms if that really
Yeah.
bothers you. Some people don't care. They're too scared, they just run. But like just go in with an open mind and that you're gonna have a good time. That's my
Awesome.
Um,
Tish?
I would say haunted houses give you the perfect opportunity to experience fear and anxiety in a safe way.
Mhm.
If you're going to a haunted attraction solely to prove, how brave you are or how little it affects you, you're not you're not getting the full experience.
Right.
For a haunt actor, your screams are applause.
Yeah.
The haunted attractions are geared towards one effect. They're trying to scare you.
Yeah.
Let yourself be scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be be a little vulnerable.
Mhm.
Live in the moment. One of the things that we discovered, like the first year that we were going to these haunted houses, was how weirdly relaxed
Yes. We
we
could
felt
sleep at
after we
night.
went through, because when you're in there for, 25, 35, 40 minutes, you are solely focused on taking that
Survival.
next step. What's around that corner? What's going to drop from the ceiling?
Yeah. Right. What's going?
And
Yeah. You're trying to.
you don't have the luxury of worrying about, you know, your bank balance or your
Right.
email
Oh no.
inbox,
Yeah. This
or
bill.
Right.
Yeah.
you are
Work.
solely
That
focused
jerk at work.
on that moment. So let yourself be focused on that moment. Let yourself actually feel that emotion
Mhm.
and enjoy that emotion. And be afraid. It's okay to be
Mhm.
afraid.
Yeah.
Um, I think honestly one of the strengths that we have as a haunt review team is our ability to suspend disbelief.
Right.
We still get scared. We
Yeah.
will notice, we believe me, we're gonna notice the texture of the floor underfoot. We're gonna
Mhm.
notice the paint you used. We're gonna notice if your actor is wearing character appropriate boots or,
New Balance.
or New Balance. We'll notice that.
Yeah.
But
They'll still scare
we
us.
will also be able to pretend that we are actually in,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever setting
Right.
we tried to create. Um, so, you know, let yourself be scared. Let
Mhm.
yourself be in the moment. And I would say honestly, like more broadly, find a thing that you enjoy that like fills you with passion and
Mhm.
excitement and a sense of fun. And for
Yeah.
us, it's haunted
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Something to look forward to. It's something we enjoy. And I don't know, like,
yeah.
I don't know, people find it weird, but like, yes, we spend money and we do this thing,
Yeah.
and
And
it makes our lives so much richer.
this is a world where we're increasingly getting away from real experiences. And the people who are putting on haunts are they're either renting or buying these old buildings, or they're turning box stores in abandoned strip malls into
Mhm.
something
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
They are
Great.
creating something fantastic
Mhm.
with paper towel rolls and
Right.
Yeah.
googly eyes and
Water bottles.
paint,
Yeah.
and they're putting in time and effort, and
Mhm.
a lot of the people who do this are they're actors, they're writers, they're trained artists, and they've chosen to put their passion into this
Mhm.
strange, wonderful little segment
And
of
they're using their skills.
yeah,
Yes.
they are.
Yep.
And get out there and support this,
Mhm.
because you have maybe 6 weeks out of the year
Right. Yep.
where you can experience something weird and different and immediate.
Mhm.
And it's absolutely worth it. It's worth your time. They've taken
Yes.
their time to make it.
Yeah. Step into this
Yeah.
magical world with us.
Well, congratulations on 10 years of not only being able to do this for yourselves, but making it better for the community and for other people as well. It's awesome.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
We love
We have
this.
enjoyed every moment.
And
And enjoy the upcoming season.
thank you.
Thanks.
And we will see you in your
Yeah.
local haunts.
Yeah.
You will, because we've got some good stuff in Michigan.
Oh,
Can't
we
wait.
know. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so,
Thank you.
so much.
Yeah, thank you. Real pleasure.
As she
I
puts her
don't,
glasses on to figure out how to stop.
yeah, I don't have the controls.
It's over here. See where it has the two buttons. We could have paused.